your problem.
It'll make me feel
No,
better.
but it'll make him feel better.
Until
you
the
realize you
police
don't have
show up.
internet.
I have another router right here. I just have to go buy one that's Wi-Fi too. So,
So
where
presumably, if Twitch dropped, then your recording session dropped as well.
No, I think he was still recording. Yeah, I think he's still recording.
I stopped the recording instead of pausing it because I didn't see the pause button sitting right next to the stop button.
So now you're gonna have to piece them together.
I'll just have to clip them together.
Okay.
Well, we talked for a bit whilst you were gone. We were already at the corpse and the.
No,
Edric's
we're
corpse?
gonna backtrack.
Edric's corpse?
No.
No, I'm kidding.
So yeah, you had some gold, and you guys were headed out of the cave system.
Well, there are some things that take place before leaving the cave.
So,
For example, Jarek gets his ring out of the fucking pillar, the
Yeah.
pylon.
he does. It was left behind. How's Jarek feeling about missing an arm?
He's still in shock at this point, I recall, and kind of bitter.
Yeah.
But then Edric and Jarek have a conversation. And then Grandma and Edric have a conversation. Grandma and Jarek have a conversation. Edric and Lolth have a conversation.
How'd that go?
A long one. Well, poorly.
There's another chance for Edric to save his soul that he failed.
He would have been alive, I think.
Yeah, he'd be alive right now if it weren't for that. He only died because of that last mission from Shar.
Yeah. But Edric essentially told Lols to go fuck herself.
Always.
Because
Not-
that
not-
historically goes well.
Not as drastically though, not
Mhm.
strong worded, but he's told her in essence that he had a god.
With respect, fuck off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where was it?
You okay there?
Just reading back the conversation between you and Edric about the arm.
Ah.
Yeah.
So, Edric, how'd you sleep? Are you expecting something? A magic show. Entertain me. Fucking grandma.
That's
That
when I
tracks.
started. That's when I started telling people that, well, to fuck off, but like that Edric
My
didn't have to
magic
show.
is no parlor trick or for your
Yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah,
He looks at
basically that
grandma in the eye, not the eyes.
That's when he started telling people that magic wasn't for them.
Grandma
And
says, "Well, Edric."
I believe I left her in darkness then.
Well, at this point, she has attuned to the magical eye.
No, but the eye didn't have dark vision then.
It did have dark vision. The one
Did not.
It did
Oh.
not.
I had to get it spelled on there.
I see.
Yeah, we all thought it did at first.
Yeah.
And at this point, Grandma and Edric get into a little scuffle.
Little?
And she even invites Jarek. But Jarek says no.
Jarek said no.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What's going on? What's going on?
Your webcam went to the primary mic there, I think.
What?
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
It was bizarre. Tech issues. They're going around.
Yeah.
Did you guys see what my webcam bugged out or something?
Nope.
No,
No,
just
it
your
sounded
mic.
like- Yeah, it sounded like your mic for your webcam took control for a moment there.
Weird.
We could hear your
Okay.
whole room. It was depressing.
There's nothing here. I'm
That's
alone.
why it was depressing.
Mhm. Yeah. So
Wolf
Edward,
tries to entice Edric joining the cause, but he says no.
No, Edric is faithful and loyal to
Where'd that
Shar.
get him?
Loyal to a flaw.
I'd be shocked if he wasn't being tortured by Shar right now.
Well, according to the conversation between Jarek and Edric, she probably doesn't care.
True. That much is true. Yeah. And at this point, Nurs had made his threat, right? Or no?
I only threatened to kill Jarek quickly if he lost both arms. Just because, I mean, how is a no armed man going to get through in life? I know it happens IRL, but, you know, in medieval times, the dude couldn't even get a fucking drink.
Or wipe
was
his
more
own
about-
ass.
More about mercy at that point, because Nurse cares.
Nurs cares. He will kill you because he cares. That's like one of the most Nurs things I've heard.
I remember getting a distinctly different vibe from that conversation, but I didn't take notes.
you know,
So that prompted Edric and Jarek to talk, right?
Yeah.
Y'all conspired to kill the rest of the party members.
That sounds correct.
Mm-hmm.
I believe escape was the preferred option.
Pseudo sessions between Edric and Jarek, Grandma Gorpa, and I, essentially just discussing getting out of the pit from here, crossing the bridge and shit like that.
mm-hmm. Yes, he is.
I have a question. Where the fuck did the Durgar come from? 'Cause
They
we
were
never
on the
saw-
bridge.
No, but we never saw more of them.
Well,
Oh.
you see, when a baby Drugar and a mommy Drugar love each other very much,
When a baby Durgar and a mommy Durgar love each other very much.
Uh
Where we
huh.
state
They're,
that?
they're a
You're
strange
thinking-
species.
You're
They're,
thinking
they're,
of
they're
something else,
strange species.
Jarek.
They start young.
Carving
Yeah,
rocks
but we
and
did.
making
We
more
never.
rocks.
We never saw more of them.
No, but you did pass down or pass other paths.
That's true. Paths we didn't follow.
Right. They weren't really.
oh, great.
worth
We're about to
particular-
meet this fucking
No.
halfling bitch.
Halfling?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, the
Eventually,
halfling
we'll
bitch.
get there. We'll get there.
I mean, that's pretty much where we're at.
Oh
Well,
no, that's later.
That's
That's much later.
When you get back to that's when you get back to Cord.
Yeah, I know. So on
Yes.
11 and 15 May are the sessions between getting out and getting to the town.
Yeah,
And then 16 May is once we're in the town, leave the town, go to
Yeah.
court.
we'll get
So
there.
that's only 2 days. It's 15 lines of text.
It still should be covered. There's some stuff in there.
I mean, we skipped over way more,
So you guys left the cave.
but go on.
Traded 2
Mhm.
spoons to a couple of kobolds. On your way out of the cave, ran into what? Because the group kind of split up a little bit.
No, the group split up because Jarek and Edric were afraid of being summarily executed for being handicapped,
Yeah.
which is massively ableist of the party, if I may say so. We had some fun time with some rust monsters, and we were robbed essentially by kobolds. They didn't take 2 spoons, Jarek. They took a spoon that doesn't rip and like 3 dragon teeth.
Oh, that was right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Jarek bribed them.
Yeah.
And I believe we told him to fuck up the group behind us as well.
No, I told him to leave him
No.
You
alone.
told them to leave him alone.
The turtle lady will take off your arm if you don't let her go without a hassle.
Oh, yeah.
That was Jarek. That
We
told
told
them
something. We told
Yeah.
him something. I couldn't remember what.
Hmm.
Yeah, at this point, Jarek was consigned to the idea that he might have to fight the party, but he's not going to do so until he has to.
Sure.
Mm.
So
And then Edric and Jarek left, and the rest of the party caught up with them.
eventually, yeah, outside.
Yep.
The rest of the party, Nurse, Gorpa, and Shell, come across the same little batch of rust monsters.
Nurse makes out just fine.
Nurse isn't wearing
So
a
does
whole lot of
Gorpa.
metal. None of you really
Grandma,
are.
on the other hand. Wait, she doesn't wear metal either?
No.
Nothing metal.
Then yeah, no metal.
It was the
Basically, it
hook
was just
horrors
Edric.
that got Grandma.
Yeah, the hook horrors
The hook
fucked
horrors.
Grandma.
Yeah,
We stealthed past them, didn't we,
you
Jarek?
did.
Yep. You lucky motherfucker. If it wasn't for Jarek rolling a 20 there, you were going to die.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so eventually you got out and made your way back to Rocky Commons. Found
Mm-hmm.
some people there eating one of your animals.
Three
Motherfucker.
adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Gorpa reanimates the horse.
You did reanimate the horse to pull your
And
wagon.
Ard the Bard does not like that.
I don't like that yet. I take offense. I took that personally.
Yeah. But it got your wagon back to Cord.
It did. And Edric immediately killed the undead horse.
Oh yeah.
Ah, we're missing something important.
We are.
Yeah, missing like, I don't know, a huge fucking storm?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
What happened in that
Huge
storm?
storm. We ignored a town, as we do.
That's fine.
Yep. We're like, oh shit, there's Dead Rising? Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and skip this one.
No, we didn't even know. Like we saw a
You
commotion.
didn't- Yeah. People were out in the street armed.
And we essentially said, no, fuck this.
Right? And then you came to the
Went
second
away.
one, second town closer to Cord,
Mm-hmm.
the following night, and there were still a bunch of people armed. And you're like, well,
And they were
What?
burning bodies.
yeah, and burning bodies. And you were like, well, what the fuck is up with this?
Yeah.
And you thought it was a checkpoint? You thought I was quick saving the group or something?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in case another party needs to rise up.
Which can't really blame you. I mean, it did have some of those vibes.
Gump was quick saving the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
During this time, Edric reaches out to Kuskanak, trying to figure out where he's at.
Yeah, because Edric got a bit freaked out by the storm, and decided to ask the only person who he knew that studied the storm what was going on, and no useful information was exchanged other than
He
Kuskanak
didn't.
offering
he-
to study us or asking it to study us.
Yeah, so he told us to come to Gamoln.
Yeah. It was like, oh, come to Mold, we'll chat. Can I study you?
And then LK reaches out to Jarek.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Asking Jarek to study the storms.
And if he's okay. No. Armless, hungry, talking dagger in head.
If only she had known what the fuck up telling us to research something for her would be. I don't think she would have contacted us. My English is not good today.
Yeah,
And
Eventually, the storm breaks.
it does.
Yep.
You guys spent it in your wagon.
Mhm.
And then after you pass the
Then-
first town, and then the next night, or a couple of nights later, I forget exactly, you pass the town closer to Cord, where they have a pyre going. And you ask around what happened. The devs are rising up. We're getting rid of the bodies so it doesn't happen again. Kind of weird that it keeps happening. And you're like, yep. Seems like a responsible thing to do. We'll be on our way. Don't mind the horse.
Shell approached from afar.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know.
And then when we got to court, Edric murdered the horse.
Yeah, Edric walked with the horse into the woods and just fucking like beat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
No spells were used.
Just
You
mace.
cast mist.
Just the mace, yeah.
Yeah.
Just mace.
Then we rolled up to the Gua. And we went to go to the Adventurers Guild, and then
I thought it was like as soon as we got into Cord.
No.
This bitch just rolled up on
we
me.
parked the wagon
The bitch
and went off to the Adventurers Guild.
and
then
the bitch came out. Yeah.
And then the thought came out. Yeah.
The thought came out at the
Wow.
Thoughts and prayers.
Oh.
Thoughts and prayers would have been a perfect name for the fucking combination of Nurs and Edric.
Thoughts and prayers. Oh god, yeah, that would have been a fun name.
So, what did this wench have to say? Solara? Or Nurs? Or, I mean, Merrick,
Well, I
excuse
didn't-
me.
Fuck you.
Sebastian.
I didn't take it all down. But she's like, where have you been for like the last 5 years, dude? How could you abandon us and your cats? And I was like, whoa. Shut the fuck up. Who the hell do you think you are? Get the fuck away from me.
And you slapped her, as I recall.
I don't know that I actually got confrontational because there were guards in the city.
You got physical.
Yeah, you got
Backhanded
physical.
her or something.
Maybe.
Solara, do you have anything to add?
She said that you were the father of her 2 kids.
Yeah, as if.
And then I believe Nurs called over a citizen? Resident?
A citizen or
Yeah, he went over to
guard.
call a citizen.
Yeah.
A
The guard called the
citizen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At which point the citizens, I believe at that point, took you to the records hall
Mm-hmm.
and said, yep, we have a record of Merrick
And Sebastian, as I
And
recall.
Sebastian.
and
yeah.
Sebastian,
It
who
took some
she claimed
time, but
Edric
yes.
was.
Right next to each other in the book.
Yeah.
Sworn in at the exact same time, I think.
Yep.
Much. Yep.
It was at that time that he knew he fucked up.
He fucked up.
Well, I mean, this thought fucked up because she's like, where have you been? Because it's been 5 years. Meanwhile, Edric and I were taking fucking dirt naps 5 years prior. So it couldn't have
We
been.
don't know. We never figured that out.
It's been, at this point, we know it's been 5 years since we died.
I know, but we never figured that out. Like, why the fuck were the 2 of us
Well,
walking about
once
5
we
years
get
ago
to.
when we were supposed to be dead?
Right. So it couldn't have been us. There's no way.
We don't know. That's the fun bit. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Additionally, apparently my oldest child is 7, which is way off from the time frame of when I was upright, dirt napping upright again.
Was 5, wasn't he?
My oldest child is 7. Can't be mine. Grandma lures an unsuspecting party goer into her room. Oh, she's about to kill somebody.
That was that was much later.
Yeah,
Well,
Jarek
in the
has his
context of
little.
the lines, it's
Don't-
literally the next sentence.
don't move on from this
Jarek
yet.
has his private session.
This has to come back later because Edric died without knowing this, but I'm curious. What the fuck was that?
I mean, I want to know too. That's why eventually we'll make it to Nora. Not that Nora's gonna have answers, and that's gonna be the real fucking kick in the dick.
And then Jarek goes to the college and picks up a simp.
Yep.
Oh, I missed that session. I wish I
Was
could've
that?
listened to it.
Hang on, wait a second. The simp
was
session
Jarek.
was later.
That was Jarek's
No.
special mission.
Which he had to abandon.
Because the sun came up. If I recall.
Mhm.
I meant him abandon as a whole because everything kept going fucking wrong.
Yeah, sideways as shit. You went back to Shamal though.
Yeah, yeah.
Got
We
paid.
did. And no, we did not. She
Did
gave
not
us
get
only half.
paid.
She gave us only half price because all we brought was information.
She wanted information and she would have paid you more for fixing the problem.
Yeah, but we weren't allowed to fix the problem.
You
No,
could
we
have.
weren't capable of
You
the
were
problem.
capable of fixing the problem.
Try to argue that we had given like literally limb for her, and she said, "Well, not my problem."
There is some stuff that happens before that.
There it is.
So Shell and Guapa go to the Adventurers Guild, but are told Shurmal is sleeping. Nurse leaves Citizen Tide's office and Tides says that he'll send a runner when he knows more information. Hedwig is really hungry, and so
And it's
Shell
not eating.
tries to tempt Jarek into tying him up and force feeding him. He refuses. And then Shell, the little party's going on, so Shell does her bullshit. And then lures a party goer up into the rooms. What happened then, Pink?
The thing is,
Oh no, don't start the sentence that way.
at that point, Edric had won the chicken game.
Quote unquote.
I don't know if winning is the right term here.
It's not. It's absolutely the wrong term.
You were given a second chance.
Yeah. Second chance and the new purpose. And the new domain.
Didn't know about that.
You didn't.
You became
The
a
right domain.
death cleric.
Yeah, the right domain for sure.
So we're just
Yeah.
you're not gonna
Hmm.
get to what Grandma was hinting at.
Oh, that's after.
She literally just ended what she was saying and then asked Edric what happened next, and then he didn't hint at the fact that he failed his
Because-
saves and murdered the
okay.
guy.
Because Edric was. Wait, no. Was this now or was this later?
Yes, this was now.
This was now.
But Edric couldn't move, I think.
Yes,
No,
he was
that
on
was with
5
Jarek.
levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, because he had 5 levels of exhaustion, and then he had this dream, like the foot visited him on
Wait,
a
wait,
little
wait,
section.
wait, hold on.
No, your exhaustion levels are when Jarek brings up a party member. This has nothing to do with Grandma bringing up one too.
Oh.
This is different, yeah.
Oh, then that was later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Later. So right now you hadn't won the game of chicken.
No. Yeah, I was thinking I was in control, and I was rolling pretty well actually. Like those wisdom saves, I was making them like. And I said, "Oh, I rolled an 18. I'm fine." And then Gum says, "No, you're not.
No,
you
you're
go
not.
to town on this guy."
Yeah. The longer you
And the
wait.
guy is
Channeling your inner Althane.
Yep.
Well,
And he was still alive, and so Jarek killed him,
Yeah.
which is totally opposite of how I wanted that to go.
what'd you kill him with,
Um,
Jarek?
Vishla.
Yep, your first Vishla kill.
Wait. This
This-
was torso. This was torso guy. This
This
wasn't
was
torso.
not.
This was
No,
not
Torso
Torso
was-
Guys, so that's not Vishla either.
Okay.
I'm
The innkeeper
misremembering that.
heard screaming and came up, and
that was
Shell
Torso Guy.
says, "This is not Torso Guy." Shell says that they were having an orgy.
Yeah, you stood in the door. Nothing to see here, folks.
I
Just,
think
Yes.
just
I
little
think
sexually aggressive.
Jarek assumed his form, that like the dude's form.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh,
And
everything's
Guapa
fine."
put the body in his sack.
And we
For a minute.
never saw it again.
And then Edric gets pissy, and then we go to Shermal and get the 900 gold.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
And that's when the whole Merrick and Sebastian things happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that by this point, Edric is still playing chicken then.
Edric got an arm.
Edric
Did.
bought an arm.
Against it. Yeah. You wanted to buy a nice arm, but like
Takes
Gump
time.
said, yeah, 4 weeks or something. I think that was Luco, or was it Ravine?
Ravine.
Ravine.
Oh, 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Says the gay German Dragonborn.
Yeah.
That's a little heartless, don't you think?
He's just trying to make a living.
Yeah. Bit too slow for that.
But
So he went to Luco and got the arm, actually. Yeah.
yeah, you bought a used arm.
A kobold made arm.
Kobold
Furiosa's
arm.
arm, essentially.
Oh yeah. A little rough in make, but it functioned for you.
It was enough to hold a shield, which is what Edric wanted, so.
Sure.
And then I began starving myself to death. Other stuff was going on with the party, though.
Jarek sluts himself out to try and find an archmage.
Yep.
Mm.
And then they go to the Yellow Jacket.
Oh, that's Nicholas Amiria
Nipple.
time.
Yeah.
Yes. And at the Yellow Jacket, the innkeeper recognizes both Edric and Nose, but cannot put her finger on how she knows them.
Yep.
And then Nose buys 5 cute little chicks.
Well, that
That's the.
is after a conversation I overhear, but yes.
No, he buys little cute chicks and a shield. A
And some
large shield.
twine.
Mm.
Oh no, while I'm out in the market, that's what it says. I overhear this conversation while doing these things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What'd you overhear?
Two women in college robes having a conversation. One asks the other what causes the stars to weep. The other responds, I've not read anything prophetic about this before. And so I'm like, well, Grandma would like to know more about this, so it's time to follow these motherfuckers. They seem to have heard about 2 and 2, so twins, couples. I don't know. What do you think? Popular theory is twins, but I don't know. Unfortunately, time will tell. That's how prophecies work. We never know who will fulfill it until it's done. The weave may guide them out. People of blood, is that a chosen people? Do we burn them? Too many unknowns. That's how prophecies work. It's cryptically generic or not. It will be. It will be. I'm sure we'll see it. What the fuck? It will be. I'm sure we'll see it. Whatever. So yeah, I was like, oh yeah, this would be good information for Grandma to have because she's always talking about prophecies and demons and shit. But unfortunately, she never gets to hear it.
So, Grandma had heard this information, the prophecy itself, originally, and these two ladies were simply talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Which was
Go ahead.
Which was meant to be a hint that it was not only Solara that spoke it.
Mm,
The party never knew this, though.
nope.
And it's a relatively small hint. And it doesn't really lead down any particular path. But it would have been something, and maybe something to pursue for the party.
We have since become far too busy doing other shit.
Preoccupied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saving their own asses.
Yeah.
But yeah, the party never knew this. And I believe that after this, we had the chicken nugget incident.
Yes. But while I am downstairs, I see Amiria walk in without an arm, which is kind of weird.
Amiria, or rather fake Amiria.
Mm-hmm.
Jamiri.
Jamiria.
Amiria, yes.
And I
What have you
tail
done?
her to her room, and I let Grandma know that Amiria's here, and she tells me it's Jarek. So that's when I walk into the room, and I pin the 5 little chicks down and smash the fuck out of them with a shield. And then I name them after their dad, trying to indicate to Jarek that his actions have consequences to me and the other party members. And it was a test to see if he was willing to clean up other people's mess. To which, no.
He did clean that up.
No, Grandma cleaned it up, not Jarek.
Grandma ate the chicks.
Grandma ate it.
Jarek
Yeah.
wiped it all up and cleaned up the blood. Jarek did, in fact, clean that mess up.
How did Jarek take this, though?
Confusedly. He just thinks Nurse is losing his fucking mind.
Right? We're all gonna die when
somebody-
a big rock falls on us.
Yeah. Can somebody who has it written down write the prophecy for the rest of us lazy people to copy it?
Yeah.
Thank you. You're such a wonderful person, Lucky.
Don't give me that.
Let me use your notes.
I mean, y'all all have the link.
I keep losing it.
Oh God.
Nurse
There you
was
go.
faster.
Nose got faster.
Thank you, Nurse. You're a very useful person.
That sounded condescending as shit.
I didn't mean it like that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I do, but
Yeah. I mean, you guys can read into that fucking prophecy as much as you want. I don't give a shit. I have plans for it. It may or may not involve you.
When you say I don't give a shit, you sound uncaring.
Mm.
Don't do that. I know you care.
Monday night's the best night of my life.
I would not subscribe or ascribe human emotions to Gump.
Just malice.
Mostly just malice.
Just malice. He's a perverse being. Not
Oh,
perverted.
hey, we're about to
perverse.
get into my private solo session when I was in Colorado.
I know nothing about that, and I would love to hear about it. Actually,
Nobody does, just me.
Yeah, I don't really
Was
remember
this-
much of it.
was this announced? But because
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, we it
Yeah,
was
because
mentioned.
I said I wasn't gonna be able to make a set, and he and I made it up Saturday morning.
why the fuck didn't I listen in then?
Because that was when Nurse ran off because Shell brutalized him.
Mm.
Yeah, so Nurse
So
smashes
he
the
was doing his own
chicks
thing.
and then hangs out in the room because it's his room with Jarek's.
Nope, Edric and Jarek are together.
Oh.
Grandma and Nurs are together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After
Oh.
which point, Nurs gets his own room.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but there's a reason that Nurse gets his own room. What is that
Yep.
reason again?
I'm not gonna discuss it.
Oh,
He
it's a very
got his
important
face
part of the
smashed.
story.
Bunch of dead chicks.
Shell?
Grandma walked in and saw that Nose was trying to exert dominance in the party.
Nope, not at all. It was trying to go on there.
That's
what
how
she
it was
saw.
interpreted. And I saw the 6 dead chicks and a confused Jarek. And I grabbed Nose and I rubbed his face in the mess like a bad dog.
Hurt his feelings.
Confused the Jarek even fucking further.
And then Nurse leaves. And Shell eats the chicks off the floor.
Yeah.
Raw. Just right down the gullet. And Jarek cleans up the blood. There's what happened in our little private session. Oh, I do remember now.
So, Jarek, when did you clean up the mess? After she ate the chicks or before?
After.
Okay, so to Nurse's understanding, you never cleaned up the mess.
Oh yeah, Nurse. I don't think he was there for it.
Mm-mm.
I don't think Nurse even
So
went back into that room.
no, I don't. I left the party. I said, "Fuck this, I'm out for a while." So I go back to one of the citizens' buildings and start looking through old record books, trying to figure out a street name or an address for this house. Stand by.
Oh, that's how you found Itman, right?
This is his hunt for Ipman.
At the very least, is what it turns into.
Yeah. He's receiving his meal. I wish somebody brought me food.
I ain't your wife. Leave me alone.
Yeah, well, Pickle eats it before it fucking gets to the desk.
Well, that's a conversation you should be having with Pickle.
Henny tried to steal a french fry off of our table one time and we beat her ass and she's never tried it again.
Oh yeah, Pickle got up on one of the chairs once and started in on a plate of spaghetti that I had sitting there, and I beat her pretty good for that. I mean, disciplined her firmly, Internet, for the record.
What'd I miss?
Nothing.
Talking about beating dogs.
Oh. So yeah, I get some information trying to figure out who owns this house that has been marked because I have to have this house. And eventually,
You go to 3 bars.
well, now hang on. Let me see. Ultimately, I find out who owns it, where he lives, and then yes, I do go to 3 bars.
What were the bars?
Being the Stout Resilience,
Dwarven bar.
the Tipsy Warlock,
Mhm.
and the bar. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's when I discover Mr. Ibman owns the place. As far as the Dwarven bar goes, the Stout Resilience, I
You-
do talk with a young lady. Go ahead.
I don't remember if you were disguised at this point.
No, that's why there was a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
Because 1, he wasn't dead yet, and 2, people hadn't started dying, so there was no need to be disguised.
Sure. Yep.
I gave false names, but never disguised. I flag down a female, and I suggest to one of them. I ask her about Mr. Ipman, essentially, and she suggests that I hire a mage to scry on him. And I'm like, no, but here's 10 gold if you give me any information, and I'll give you an additional 10 if it proves to be useful. But nothing really comes of that whole engagement, and so I finish my meal at the Stout Resilience and wander on over to the Tipsy Warlock. Yeah. It has a vibe of like what Christians thought D&D was when it started, which was just some fucking devil worshipping shenanigans. So it's all fucking dark and broody inside with fire and
Dark
what
corners
the fuck
everywhere.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not worshiping the devil right now?
No.
No,
Oh.
we're
You're doing it
Goat
wrong.
and everything.
Shit.
We're talking
Shit,
about
guys.
worshiping the devil right now. We'll get to the devil worshiping in a few hours.
Follow the agenda, Edric.
Yeah.
I thought I was in the wrong group, in the wrong room.
As I enter, I observe a few bards on stage making a small performance. Unfortunately, there's nothing really in the performance that sticks out that should be noteworthy. It's kind of like got a improv poetry session going on. Like everybody's just real cool, calm, level-headed, and polite. The exact opposite of what you would expect to be going on the inside from the way it looks on the outside.
You know, thinking back, if I had known any better, Faz would probably have been in that group.
Neat.
Who knows?
But this was Nurs, not Nurs's hat
I know.
costume.
I know.
Yeah.
The play reads very similar to a Romeo and Juliet in the sense of fey and planar beings that can't be. The costumes are a little warm, but maintained well enough. Determined that there are 4 actors. I observe a Warforged waiter making his rounds and flag him down for another round of drinks and food, because vampires eat. He identifies himself as 3602, and he's off at 4 in the morning. I ask if he's got a moment, and I mentioned that some cities don't have road signs. Do you know anyone of the last name Ipman? And he does not. His time is worth an unknown quantity, but he's compensated 4 gold for a busy night. So I offer him the same as Eldith, which was 10. And I go ahead and dip the fuck out of there. Later, I adventure to the bar. It's loud, and someone is cleaning up a little bit of vomit with some sawdust, and there are multiple varied colored stains. Yum. Mira, a topless human female, approaches after I flash a gold piece to get her attention, because nobody pays attention to small people in this big town. Determined that rum is the house special, and so I get a round of rum and press her for information about Mr. Ipman. It's found out that he does frequent this establishment, and he always gets the house special. Typically stops by at least a few nights a week, around 5 or 6. I inform her that I'm looking to become a citizen, and that his home is marked with a symbol of Torm. Arrest is required, so I do that. I wake up and inquire about the there's an apothecary? What the fuck? Okay. Don't know
Oh,
why I
this is
went
how you get
there.
your this is how you get your date rape drug, isn't it?
Yep, sure is. So Mira tells me to go see a mother Slen. Because, when a woman tells you to go see another elderly woman, what could possibly go wrong? She's an elderly halfling, so that's dope. I tell her that I'm having difficulty sleeping. She gives me some powder. Suggests not to take it with alcohol. It's known as marble dust. Comes from a flower, wild, once dried and ground, with a marble. Press her for information of other apothecaries who specialize in wound care. She suggests that she knows more about women's health than anything else. Yep. I do find, after some talking with her, a minotaur who knows about battlefield wound medicine cleanings, and get some maggot mud, which is dope.
You buy a fucking big jar.
So much jar. When I had left 3602, I had informed him that I had a room in the Yellow Jacket, and he has informed me that Ipman is home, or was 3 hours ago, and if he wishes, he can join me, or to go meet Mr. Ipman. So we go do that. Now 19 June. I guess this still is a solo session. Even 27 June? No way, man. Jeez.
You were gone for a
Oh,
long
that's
time.
right. I had like 3 weeks of. Right, I got married, I went on vacation, and then I was on the road. That's it. Shit, sorry, everybody.
You're good.
You never
Where are
said
you
anything.
guys at on your dates right now for content?
It is currently November 5th.
November 5th,
The fuck?
September.
Fuck. I fucked
but I
up
meant,
my own joke. God damn it.
After the chick debacle,
yeah.
Jamiria and Shell go to speak to Cola.
Yeah, tell me more about this. 'Cause I was gone for 3 weeks.
Take the wheel, Chaz.
I do not even remember this.
Okay.
You sullied LK's name.
Yes. So we go to see Cola. You're disguised as Jamiria.
Cola, I
And-
think.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Okay.
And he says that he can let the folks access the restricted section. Something about time delayed magic. He's not sure that's what's happening here. And Shell manages to get them into the restricted section late at night by making up a lie. So, yes.
Supervised.
Shell goes to the market to get a gift for Nose as an apology.
Hey, yeah, right. I remember Jerk saying she should do that.
And at one point, Nose slipped a note under Shell's door, and Shell slipped it back with certain words circled in blood, which spelled out a threat. And then Nose did his thing with Itman, and then Shell went on her own to stash the magical coin under Althane's tongue. That's what I got.
Meanwhile, Edric was starving himself.
Yeah.
Right. Right, I remember that was when Jarek
That's
got
when I.
permission to study, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, didn't we all go to the library? Like Edric, Jarek,
Yes, later.
and Grandma.
This was after the
Mhm.
torso.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, after the torso.
After the kill, but before the torso got found.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nose will finish his stuff up, and then the torso happens concurrently.
That's when shit really goes downhill.
Okay. So 19 June. I knock on the door. There's nobody that answers. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll just jerry rig an alarm tin can trap and rest in the alley nearby, hoping that he makes some noise and I can catch him. I wake up and I'm not on fire, which is good. I go to check the trap and it's still there. So I clean it up. And as I do, the door opens and Mr. Ipman sees me and he's about to leave. So I put on my adorableness and invite myself to help him around town. And he agrees.
Who is he?
Mr. Ipman,
Yeah. What is he?
what is he? He's a master craftsman.
Is he really nice?
Is he?
an
No,
orc?
he's fucking. He's an old human bastard.
Something like 93.
He's old. He informs me that he's deaf. And so that explains why nobody answered the fucking door when I knocked on it at all hours of the day or evening. Yeah, he's a carpenter from Cord, that's it. Wears a ring. His wife died 5 years ago. He has a daughter who's about 60. His daughter moved to a small town west of Cord and sees her about 1 to 2 times a year. She was last around during the winter solstice. We're pushing summer, so maybe she'll be sending posts soon. Find out her name's Amiria, and that's weird for me. I tell him that there's a symbol of Torm on his house, and he's like, ah, damn ruffians, I don't believe in the gods. Which, good for him. We go around town, collect some things, and he invites me back into his home. Looking around, seeing some wooden sculptures. Let's see. There are 2 clocks that are not in sync, but Nurse doesn't really know how to tell too much of time, so meh. Within the bathroom, there are porcelain statues. He keeps them simply because they are fat. Oh, why is that? That should be switched. In reference to the clocks, he just keeps them because they're pretty.
Because they're neat.
Yeah. Apparently, he used to smoke, but he doesn't anymore because he nearly burned down his old business.
So much information about the man we killed.
Yeah, I spent a good 2 weeks with this man.
And
Really?
killed.
Well,
Got to know
when
him.
I look, we'll get to it. You'll see. So in the evening, I see that 3602 is leaving for Durndarum. As it has fallen under attack from demons yet again. He responds to my simple inquiries. We are Warforged. We are called to war. This is war. And so I perform a quick prayer for Torm. Flow is smooth and smooth is fast. Stab first and die last. No look, all skill. Torm, guide me by your will. Let's see. After wrapping up the exchange, I notice a knight walk in shiny armor, and he's missing a leg, which is reminiscent of Edric, but I can't be sure.
Best character ever.
There's a clatter at my door in Edric's voice. Well, it must be him. Approaches the window, ushers in Jarek. So yeah, we're now caught back up to party.
Yeah. So, Edric, Jarek, and Shell, what did you do in the meantime?
Study?
You
I
all
think.
went to the library as a group.
No.
Yes, Shell.
Edric succumbs to his hunger,
Yeah,
and Jarek
I asked for
and
help.
Jell
Yeah.
Meals on Wheels it.
Mm-hmm.
Find a drunk guy. And Jarek mops up with Vishla. And he dismembers the corpse in dimension doors as much as he can. And he doesn't have enough time or space or room for the torso, so the torso just sits there.
Brain capacity, I think is the word you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. And Edric and Shell go shopping, and Edric finds a sheet of paper with a name on it.
Back in the
Yes, it
moon.
is it is delivered. Because by
And
that
then they
point,
go to the library.
I have become a shadow cloak. Was that a shadow cloak? Well, it was named a shadow cloak by the foot, whose name shall never be said correctly from now on.
Uh-huh. What name was on that piece of paper?
A little thought. Marta Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
And this started a series of mistakes that would get Edric killed.
Oh,
Edric was trying to kill himself.
To a degree. But yeah,
it's
the name
also
shows up and we go research. Yeah.
in this moment that somehow Nurse convinces Jarek to give me Wendy. And he does.
Oh yeah. That brings its own set of problems too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you get Wendy.
And then I get all dolled up like Nora would and go down to the crypt and attempt to poison a dwarf.
Mission
Eventually,
successful.
I'm successful.
Eventually. Yeah.
But damn, motherfucker can drink. After he passes the fuck out, I feed on him and dress his wounds.
Feel a little guilty.
Well, sure, but he's a brother, so he'll understand. And then I make my way back to the Tipsy Warlock.
Mm-hmm. You guys do your
The
research.
demon incursion then happens.
Yeah.
What's that?
On our way out from the library, a wizard runs out of the gate screaming and says that there's a demonic incursion happening.
What?
Yeah. In Dundar,
Where?
so.
Oh, dear darn. Okay.
Darn. He was probably one of the first ones that got word of it.
But according to Nurse, the Warforged knew.
This was probably happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
You guys are off researching. I'm off doing my own thing.
Did you find anything interesting in your research?
Nothing?
Edric?
Oh, man.
Shell? Jarek?
Jurek learned about the Blood Wars and some details surrounding that, but that was about the end of it.
The Blood Wars?
Demons versus devils, the whole concept of how the Abyss works in D&D.
Edric was
Neat.
distracted and was looking stuff on cults and Shar.
Found out he might be in one.
Oops.
In a cult?
Turns out I'm a cultist. Oops.
Difference between a cult and a church? Land ownership.
Church? Well, in a cult, the guy's still alive.
Some churches do tell their members to kill other churches, to kill people. I think.
Catholics and Protestants.
And Muslims.
Hey, nobody expects the Spanish
Muslims and
Inquisition or
Muslims.
the jihad. Or the jihad, yeah.
Damn Muslims ruined it for everyone. That's not gonna come back to bite me in the ass.
No, not at all. They ruined planes though.
They ruined flying. Yeah, so you do a bunch of research, don't find anything in particular. What happens next?
We go back to the inn and there's guards everywhere.
Somebody makes a mistake.
Yeah, what happens? What mistake was made?
I don't know. Who made it wants to talk about it, perhaps?
Shell wants more information, so she crawls in her unlocked window into her room.
Mm-hmm. Which was not where the torso was. But the party was linked together.
And as Nurse would find later, the party really was linked together. Everybody. So, even if it was Jarek and Edric's room, everybody's implicated. But go on, Lucky. I sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your narration of the mistake.
And, well, guards came up to Shell and
After you
she
came out of
lied.
the room, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Just walked out of the room
And
like you own the place.
I didn't know the rooms had been linked together.
No.
And the guards asked what I'd been doing, and I said that I'd been relaxing in my room, and they took me in for questioning.
Because they knew that was a lie. Because regardless of your deception roll, they searched your room.
Mm-hmm. And then I was taken to jail.
Yeah.
And we saw that.
You did. That was one of your last opportunities. That was probably the last time you saw Grandma.
It was the last time we saw Grandma. The last time Grandma saw Edric. Forever.
Aww.
Forever.
Not that she knows, actually.
She doesn't. She has
Well,
no
as
idea
far as
that
she's
Edric's
concerned,
dead.
no. Poor Edric.
Yeah.
I think it's about this point that Edric confesses to Jarek that he has a mission from his goddess.
And Jarek thinks this entire thing is a bullshit, slow, convoluted way to assassinate Edric.
Oh, that was your first thought? Okay.
And I mean, Jarek did bring up that, this sounds a lot like, have you considered the idea that this is how she's trying to get you killed?
Death
Orders
by
and orders.
cop or suicide by cop. Jarek's the cop.
And Edric was like, but I have faith, and the faith will heal me. And he was wrong.
Nobody expects a fireball at point blank range.
Well, fucking not followers of Shar, that's for goddamn sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I followed Torm and I didn't expect it either.
I guess people need to take that. They will learn from that experience. Oops, somebody freaked the fuck out. It was Benny. Then we kind of freaked out, both of us, and we went to a different tavern, I think.
To the Tipsy
We
Warlock.
went to the Tipsy Warlock. Yeah, we went to the Tipsy Warlock, got a room, and messaged Nurs, I think. Or no. And he told us to meet him at the Cryptotorium at 9 a.m. in the fucking.
No. You skipped Faz entirely.
Oh, I'm telling it from Edric's point of view. Faz was another mistake that was committed, which you may narrate if you want to.
Oh, we're still talking about Grandma's mistake. There's still some stuff there.
Yeah, there was still some stuff, but I think
that I'm unaware of still.
The thing that follows the Jarek and Edric going to the Tipsy Warlock is what happens in the Yellow Jacket, was it? No, it wasn't the Yellow Jacket. It was in the Stout Resilience, I think.
I didn't know you guys were familiar with that place.
We were? No.
Yes.
The party's not familiar with Stout Resilience.
Yeah, but Nurs is. Something happened there.
So while
at the Stout Resilience,
this is where he killed Faz.
Was it? Yeah.
I didn't kill Faz at the Stout Resilience. I killed Faz at the bar.
Oh.
That Hernandez frequents.
There's so many fucking taverns now.
Because at the moment, Jarek, Edric, and Nurs are in one of the inns, and collectively, we decide it's best for me to track Hernandez's business.
That's right. Yeah.
Is bad. Like that nosedive bad. But
you know how we give shit to Grandma about the little tiefling kid? This is your tiefling kid.
Except nobody knows about it except him.
Yeah.
I mean, he told us.
I did tell them. Yeah, that's true. So the difference between the tiefling boy and the half-orc boy is the tiefling was mercy, and the half-orc boy was wrath. But I decided it's best to disguise myself as a young Wenson. Should I wait for him to come back? Yeah, he was familiar with the story. He knows. And I'm pretending to be a cute little kid, doing dipshit shit, and drawing the attention of a gentleman by the name of Blawz. You spelled it B-L-A-W-Z, so I don't know how you pronounce that one. There, Gump. Blawz, Blues.
That was Blaze.
Sure.
Asking me a few questions. and I avoid letting slip of what I'm really doing, and I spend a few hours waiting for Hernandez's daughter to arrive, to no avail. I do spot Citizen Hernandez, and I tail him into the same bar that Gorpa and I swore an oath to become residents in, the Summit Brewing. And then I grab a table and get drinks and food. Because, kids in town, they have money. And I overhear a conversation between Citizen Hernandez and some unknown lady.
Plural.
And the
Plural.
conversation. Yeah, right. Touche. But both ladies aren't talking, just one.
Primarily.
So Hernandez is talking with someone whom I don't know, but the conversation goes thusly. So somebody is trying to kill you. As far as I know, do you want any security? No, we have it covered. All right, well, guess it's good you're leaving soon. Yes, convenient, isn't it? Send me a letter or courier. My house is always open. And then there's some back and forth bullshit that Nurse kind of checked out on. The two ladies get up and leave, and Nurse scurries upstairs, gets a shit, runs back downstairs, and tries to tail them. And a foot chase ensues that they don't know about. Fortunately, I do manage to catch them, and I'm making the turns that they're making. And I see a point where I think I can head them off at the pass, and then there's this fucking half-orc kid. Boof. And he wants me to apologize. I got other shit to do. Catch you later, bye. And so I'm still running because I got important shit going on. And he gives chase, which, ooh, poor choice there. Eventually I lose sight of the two, but I have an idea of which house they might be in. And here comes this fucking kid just T-posing through the fucking air like a weirdo, asking for an apology. And there's some banter that goes back and forth. And he initially is a little disrespectful, but I let it slide. As I later find out that he's been sent out into the world to sully himself and humble himself. I invite him to spend the evening with me, and that tomorrow we should spend some time at the Temple of Torm. Oh, I guess I didn't put it in the notes, but it is during this exchange that he insults me, and I give him an opportunity to correct himself, and instead of correcting himself, he doubles down, grabs a fistful of dirt, rubs it in my bald little head, and calls me filthy. And that right there is the straw that breaks the camel's back. So we get back to the room, just two kids being kids, it's a late night conversation kind of thing. And I brew some tea that this little kid is too snooty to actually enjoy and doesn't. At which point, eventually, he just kind of falls asleep. But to make sure that he's properly asleep, I take some of the marble dust and put it right in front of his nose so that he inhales that. After some time, it's murder killing season. And boy, do I. Lots of blood. Like Dexter levels of blood. Bathing in it because fuck this kid. Masturbating with the blood because, again, fuck this kid. And then, well, now he's dead. I'm like, well, fuck it. Let's rifle through his pockets in his bag. Oops.
Oops. Yeah. What did he find?
I find 4 pieces of gold, which is like, he gave me a platinum, so there's something going on here. Why there's not more, I'll never know. But I find this carefully folded note. Oh, wait. Before that, Faz mumbles,
In his sleep.
in his sleep,
As he's
as
falling
I'm blowing
asleep.
this dust in his nose.
As
Yeah.
he's falling asleep.
Father, I have found friends. I am learning many things, and we will talk soon. Fuck that, dude. I find the gold, I find the note. My dearest Fazian, son, we love you very much, but we feel it best you learn more about the world and experience life. Hugs and kisses, Shermal. And it's at that moment that it's just. If you ever have played a video game and you just jump off the highest thing, like you know you're gonna die, but there's that moment of that gut check, IRL. That's what was happening. I was like, oh fuck. Oh, this is not good. Oh, that sucks so bad.
So Shamal, for anybody that's going to listen to this in the future or is currently watching, is the Adventurers Guild leader of the town, city. So she holds a lot of sway.
Yeah, that was not cool at all. I don't know how I tell Jarek and Edric to meet me at the temple though.
I believe it was sending.
Yeah,
Did
Edric
Faz
sended
use?
yours.
Edric.
Oh,
Sending.
I see. Oh, he was reaching out to see what I was doing. Okay, sure.
And you light the room on
At
fire.
this point, yeah, I remove limb from torso. I remove head from corpse.
After you
Jaw
slept
from.
you stuffed the bed on the body under the bed. Slept in the blood.
Yeah, fuck this. Yep. Very much like the scene from Law Abiding Citizen where Gerard Butler just lays back in bed after stabbing his cellmate to death with a fucking T-bone.
Yeah.
And just wipes it off. No big deal. Going to bed. Wake up in the morning, get rid of the body by removing bits, taking the head, and lighting a fire. And as the smoke builds, I disguise myself and jump out screaming, "Demons!" And I haul ass to the Temple of Torm.
So,
where I find Edric and Jarek.
In this instance here, nerds.
Oh, wait. I also take the cloak.
Yeah. In this instance, Faz and I had discussed whether or not he would have crawled out of the room. You risked waking up with a fucking bunch of swords in you. Because
the kid had crossbow bolts and crossbow bolts and crossbow bolts and feeding wounds.
Yes. You did push him over the edge of half-orc relentless endurance.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
And his death saves. But I think he was like one death save away, and you pushed him over that edge via feeding or something. But if you hadn't,
well, good.
He was gonna get up and fucking crawl out of the room, and you would have woken up with swords in you.
Okay, so lesson learned. When we kill something, we have to actually say we make sure it's fucking dead.
I roll death saves on monsters on pretty much everything. That's how bandits crawl away in the middle of fights.
Okay.
Someday a dragon is gonna fucking stand back up after you down it. Be like,
that's going to suck. Because we're gonna be so spent.
Bitches.
Although his hit point will be low, so it'll be only 1 or 2 rounds.
Right.
But also very unexpected.
Stand up, breathe fire. Flee.
Kill party.
Yeah.
So I make it to the crypt. I tell him what's going on, and we decide to leave.
Faz, do you have anything to add to your life story?
No.
The funny thing is, regarding Faz, is that considering all the shit that went down in court because of us, Faz is likely the only one to come alive out of everything.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
Do you care to elaborate?
Because he's gonna get revived.
And that's assuming that Martha isn't given a true resurrection.
True. That could happen.
She doesn't
But
even
I
need
don't
a
think,
true,
from what I...
but we'll get
She
there.
just needs resurrection.
She just
yeah.
needs resurrection.
I think both of them just need resurrections.
If
Yeah.
they can get enough of
As
Faz's
needs
body,
true.
if they can get enough of his body, they can use a regular.
But yeah, and Shirmal probably has the resources. That's the point here.
She certainly has the money.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just needs the cleric.
Yep. Guys, I'm gonna have to be popping in and out. Something's going on here, but I'll...
Something's going on.
I remember that I have to feed myself.
Oh.
Hmm.
So dinner needs to be made.
Yep.
It's gonna be done in a few minutes, so don't worry.
So you don't have anything to add, Faz?
Nothing that I want to say out loud.
Oh, come on. It's for the followers.
No, it's something that hasn't been revealed to the party yet.
Hmm.
Faz's cloak was cursed
Yeah, I knew that.
because it was made out of cockatrice feathers. So when you tried to use it, it would paralyze you if you didn't pass the save. And you could fly through the air
Oh.
fucking paralyzed.
That's why he T-posed.
That's why
Interesting.
he was T-posed.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad we don't have that.
Yeah, you would have used it in combat sometime, been like, oh, it's fine, I can fly. And you're paralyzed for like a minute. Would have sucked. But you could fly paralyzed, so you could at least run. Or crash your body into things for bludgeoning damage. Yeah, so you meet them all at the crypt.
Mm-hmm.
And what?
I tell him what's happened and that we have to leave town immediately. And they're like, yeah, that's a great idea.
After we do this one thing.
What do we do?
We need to kill the daughter of a well-known and well-respected citizen.
Oh,
who
yes.
herself is a well-known and well-respected member of society. Also
nice
to a thought.
A nice way of phrasing courtesan.
Yeah. She is much adored by the gallant citizenry of Cord.
I wouldn't say she's a thought at that point, though.
She's not, actually. She's above.
Yeah.
And that's when... Yeah, that's when Edric dies.
That's not when Edric dies.
It's
He
how
dies much
Edric-
later.
I know, but it's not much later. I think he dies like the next day.
Let's see.
Because we do spend some time at Edmund's, like, wondering about life
Yeah,
and death.
a few
What the
days.
fuck we're
even.
gonna
Rick
do. Yeah.
fucks Lewis and gives away his plan.
Yes, I was
There's
Yeah.
a huge thing here.
There's two interactions with Lewis. First one
Mhm.
is that Edric tries to find information about Marta by asking Lyris
At
because
the
he
brothel.
thought he had at the brothel whilst
He's
disguised
disguised as Joe Average.
as Joe Average.
He went
Yeah,
in disguised as Joe Average, but dropped
Yeah.
it.
called all of the hookers fat, except for Lyris, and then had a nice frank chat with her, to which she had none of it. Like,
Hmm.
you think you have a relationship with somebody, you have rapport with somebody, and then you tell them that you need to kill somebody, and they freak out. I
Why?
mean, what the fuck?
Why do you need to kill this person?
Because God commands it.
Worship me instead.
Best line in the game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Edric should have killed her.
Edric
And meanwhile,
should have
Jarek
fucking
was-
sided with her.
Meanwhile, Jarek was outside waiting for Edric to get information quickly.
And berated him for making him wait.
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Or
like
one
I
of them.
missed this session,
We might
I
have.
think
unless
you
I was
weren't.
just AFK.
I think you weren't with us.
Yeah.
And that's how Hernandez was alerted to
Yeah,
the fact that somebody wanted to kill her.
Edric told Lyris, Lyris, that he had to kill Marta.
And Lyris ran to tell Hernandez.
Boo!
Yeah.
It's supposed to be money before. Well, that doesn't work.
Edric fucked himself in this way, but
Fuck
then
everybody.
mostly himself. But after this, then we spent some days in Ibn's place. Like, we met up with Nurs, spent some days at Ibn's place.
Well, we killed Hitman, actually.
You tried to lure Marta to
Ibn's
stout
place.
resilience.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
Remember
also
the
true.
Edmonds place.
Mm-hmm. How'd that
Like,
go?
there was a failed attempt. Yeah. By then, I think she knew.
She did.
And then we go to Edmonds.
Yeah.
And then we go to Ibn's. Kill Ibn.
Yep. Jerk.
D&E at night.
Jerk creeps in and stabs him in the fucking chest with a dagger.
Yeah.
Not just any dagger, a talking dagger.
Cursed.
Feeds Vishal the
Give it back.
second time.
Draining him of his life force.
And blood. Nurse feels a little bad.
Well, yeah, because I was still trying to get this house, like, by legitimate means. But he declined my offer 3 times. Twice? Twice. For me to move in. But he said no.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It ain't baseball. 2 strikes and you're dead.
Thought you were a little weirdo.
Well,
Just trying to move in.
but that was the whole thing was, yes, I'm weird, but I'm also nice. I'm nice and I'm innocent and I will protect you from danger.
By murdering you.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to be saved, then I have to kill you.
Yeah, so Jerk kills Hitman. An old man. Why'd you do it, Jerk?
Because if he didn't, someone was gonna fuck it up. And he didn't want to get caught by the guards. Just the running track history of the party, he was terrified that if he waited and helped somebody else in, someone was gonna make a loud noise or try to talk to Ibn, or something was gonna go wrong.
Yep.
He did not feel great about it.
Yeah, you killed a totally innocent old man. For no
Yeah.
more reason than property rights.
Pretty much. That's what it boiled down to. Not feeling great about that.
Nurs had abandoned the cloak by now.
Yeah, we ditched that on some kobolds.
Yeah, you guys chucked it in the magic kobold salesman cart.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As an implication that maybe they killed Faz.
Uh-huh. They sold the cloak to Faz.
Didn't know that.
We're learning today.
It's one of
It's
the
a
things,
boomerang cloak.
It's one of the things that, I'd share.
Cloak of returning.
You share? What do you share?
The cloak that you returned to the kobolds. The kobolds.
Returned?
Yeah,
Donated.
whatever.
Hmm.
It got returned to them. They sold it to Faz.
They sold it to. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
Faz's cloak was sold to him by the kobolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, the party didn't
And then we
know.
returned it. We didn't know that.
The party gave it back to the kobolds.
Return to sender.
Uh-huh.
Well, that makes it become mighty suspicious that they suddenly got the item back, right?
Right? That's even better for my case.
Yeah. Have we fucked the kobolds over, Gump?
Go back and find out.
Not gonna happen.
Why, you're fine, Soria. Sorry.
I am. I have standing actually, but these chuckle fucks, not so much.
Two of you now are wanted criminals in court.
I am still only guilty by association.
Doesn't make you not wanted.
Innocent until proven guilty.
They'll stick you in a zone of truth.
The zone of truth is just like a lie detector test. It can be manipulated.
You've seen that.
That's actually very much true.
But what you eating there, bud? Hamburger? Chocolate
This
cake?
is a no. Fuck, what's their name? Onigiri. It's a Japanese
Onigiri.
rice.
Oh, onigiris.
Yes, that's it.
What's that?
The Japanese what?
It's a
It's-
rice ball,
it's-
basically.
It's a rice
Seaweed and
ball.
rice
stuff.
ball.
Yeah, it's a
stuff-
rice ball
With
wrapped in seaweed.
Seaweed, okay.
Yeah, the black stuff is seaweed. There is rice, and there is pork in this one.
Mm.
So like a
And soy
pork,
sauce now, too.
pork sushi roll.
Basically,
Just no fish.
Pork sushi roll.
not on this one's. I got like this one's. I think is mushrooms, but they
Ew.
have like tuna and salmon ones. Quite tasty.
Doesn't sound so
and
bad.
these dudes as well. I don't know what you call them.
Dumplings.
It's crunchy.
Sound like
Wow.
chicharrones.
Pot stickers, I think they call them.
Yeah, fried pot stickers, sure.
Oh, fried wontons.
So, where were we?
Well,
Events.
we're
You killed-
removing
you
the
killed Edmund.
dagger from Ipman's back.
Chest.
No, he stabbed him in the back.
You came over the chair, stabbed him in the chest.
Oh, stabbed him in the chest. I see.
Right, Jared?
Mm-hmm. Correct you are.
Yeah. So, you guys hang out at Edmund's for a bit. You see Lyris walking down the street while Edric's sitting on the deck.
And because Edric is our simp master general,
Who would have thought that the cleric was going to be the one?
I mean, the entire premise of a cleric is that you're simping for a god, so I mean, you're definitely the one who has the most skill points in simp.
Yeah, Edric went after Lyris and dragged her back inside.
What happened in the alleyway?
She tried to charm me, but I didn't know that. But I thought not much of it because I
Didn't
had
think much
charmed
of
her
it.
before. No,
Did not think much of it. No. And then
didn't think
yeah,
anything of it at all. Yeah.
yeah, you
Then
went.
she invited herself in. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
If by invited herself in, you mean you invited her in.
Yep.
No, she invited herself in.
Oh,
But not from my perspective.
Edric. She played Edric.
Like a fiddle.
Didn't even need to charm him.
Well,
No, that was the rough part.
She encourages him to leave the lifestyle, though.
The lifestyle. You say that as if we're talking about, like, I don't know, cross-dressing or something, when in reality it's just, being a vampire.
I was referring to being religious.
yeah,
Oh,
so
well.
what happened inside?
Oh, God.
Conversation was had.
She made the list.
Mm-hmm.
Magical items were offered, and
She
she puffed out of existence
tried to charm.
after finding out that we were. Yeah,
Tried to charm
she
Nurse.
tried to charm.
I'm
Didn't-
glad I passed that, because I don't know what would have happened, and that is more terrifying.
Oh, passed the save. Mm-hmm.
By the skin of my fucking nuts.
And then tried to charm Jarek. And
Mhm.
Jarek fell in love.
Correct you are.
Mm-hmm.
In his defense, Lyris is supposedly very attractive.
I hope you don't mean supposedly, like, as a, I'm guessing, because, I mean, damn, Edric was after her for a while.
For some reason that you do not understand.
I mean, she was a hooker, that's a good start.
Nope, that wasn't it.
Well, it doesn't matter now. We're never going to find out.
You're never gonna find out.
Do you want to share?
There was something about Lyris that reminded Edric of someone of his past.
Okay, so he fucked a tiefling before. Got it.
Not the tiefling bit.
What's the abyss version of yellow fever?
Horny?
Horny. Yes, there we go.
Lyris actually revealed herself to them. They didn't know she
Yeah.
was a tiefling.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then she charmed Jarek and started talking about magical items.
I think she was kind of talking about those, or she was pushing the whole, you guys are adventurers, you must be so accomplished.
Show me your loot.
Yeah, what have you done so far? Show me your loot. Because she got you talking about the dragon. And what did you
My
get from
notes.
what did you get from the dragon?
My notes indicate that Nose and Edric's vampirism was revealed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was.
Did I do that?
Mm, I'm not sure who revealed it.
It's always Jarek.
Generally, sure.
No, this time I think it was a conversation between Edric and Nurse. Because she revealed herself to be a tiefling,
Mhm.
and I think I indicated that we should try to infiltrate the ranks and topple the regime from within, and
Mm-hmm.
a vampire could be a useful tool.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, she gets Vishla and the puzzle piece.
Yeah, so
But at least she gives Vishla back.
Which should concern you.
Jarek, while charmed, was not hearing Vishla yell at him.
Oh, really? That I didn't know.
Yeah, neither did Jarek. Until
Mhm.
after the fact.
Charm
Yeah,
is a hell of a drug.
she asked, what have you guys seen, and Nurse, I think you showed her the crossbow or something.
She asked to see it,
Yeah.
but I was like, no,
No. Yep.
because fortunately I don't know, because I don't know why I made the save, so I couldn't say if it was to see the crossbow or to lower the crossbow. It was something to do with the crossbow, but ultimately no.
But I think the group in general kind of showed off a little bit of their items, and then Jarek showed off Vishla, and she was like, "Oh, is that all?
It talks. That's what she said.
Oh,
Oh,
it
it talks.
talks. Yeah,
What else have you got?
right." Oh. And you hand over your MacGuffin.
Mhm.
Gump, this is how you cultivate paranoia. Just so you know.
So I'm
Oh
doing
yeah, no,
right.
Jared's gonna be murdering people pretty quick now.
So I'm doing it right then. Perfect.
Yay! I got a murder buddy.
The things you say when playing D&D. Yay! I got a
Murder!
I mean, Nurse has come a long way, man. He was going to let you kill me willingly, but now, nah, fuck it. Everybody's got to die.
Yep. So then, yeah, you gave her the MacGuffin, and she's like, "Thanks. Peace."
Peace, bitches.
Poof.
Didn't
Gone.
even cast a spell.
And Nurse
Poofed
fucking
Just
out of existence.
gone.
loses his crossbow bolt. And it just fucking embeds itself in the couch.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah. And Jarek's
I'll
angry.
murder you.
Oh yeah, Jarek is pissy.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, what happened? I mean, why would you be so mad about losing a thing that you had no idea what it did?
Because it was his thing. He was enjoying trying to figure it out, and she just confirmed it was important. Everything good he gets, he ends up fucking losing. He's gonna start shanking people in the throat. Gonna hit a town guard. Do you have any weapons? Kill him. He knows too much.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened, and then I think the next day you guys went out and used locate object.
Yeah, because Edric can't
Um,
prepare more than 8 spells that he always kept prepared. And we used 3 castings of locate object to look for the pendant that Marta was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
One time we saw her. And we went to some random house. I assume it was hers or Hernandez's father.
we went to Hernandez's business first,
Yeah.
and then the information that I had gathered from tailing the others, I had indicated where they might be going.
Oh, and we were accosted by something.
Accosted by something.
It knows what I'm talking about.
Don't be derogatory, Pink. Sika bumped into the party
Mm-hmm.
and said she was sent by Shaw to help out.
Char didn't share a lot of information with her, as it seemed, because she was pretty shocked at what happened later.
Sika's
Yeah.
like 16,
So yeah,
fresh to the
we
world.
took her in.
Yeah.
Yeah, took her in. Said, "Okay, you want to help? Okay." We don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere, and
Hell.
we went somewhere.
Yeah.
Found a house, I think.
Mhm.
After 3 castings of locate object, tried
Jarek,
to sneak in.
Jarek went up to the front door first.
Yep.
Oh,
Set off
Mm.
an alarm spell.
Oh, didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Then we tried to break in through the window.
Mhm.
Got
Mm.
caught. Jarek did his thing, his magic.
It's magic. You mean talking to people?
Yeah, I'm not very good with
Human
that.
skills.
Yeah, he has those. So
Said that. What did you say, Jarek?
Pen testing.
Yeah.
We were pen testing this facility. Paid by the owner.
Mm-hmm.
and then we went to get the owner. Nurse and I.
Uh-huh.
And we found 2 empty rooms, and then we burst into the third one, the middle one, on the top floor, at the same time.
Yep.
And I chose right, and he chose left. And apparently, this was a damning choice.
Yes.
Well, now that we know more about it, it wasn't. Now that we know more about it, it wasn't necessarily a damning choice because an alarm spell had gone off.
The
So
fact that
hindsight tells us they knew either way.
they knew that they were coming, yes, but the fact that Edric chose right put him within first
Oh, right.
reach.
Yeah. So they both went to town on me, I think.
Which
This
isn't how you
heavily,
normally mean that sentence.
this heavily armored woman and this graceful fighter. No,
Leaf.
I don't know how to describe. Yeah,
Blade Master.
I don't know.
Blade
Yeah,
Wizard, whatever.
sure.
Yeah.
The hooker turned blade singer.
Blade Singer.
They're the gender bent version of Edric and Lyris.
Yeah, both went to town on Edric. I think like a hit went through, or 2.
Yeah, not enough to take you down.
No, because Edric has pretty good AC.
Yeah.
Then a random fireball comes along.
After
Random.
you guys actually dealt some pretty good damage back, and somebody, not gonna name names, doesn't know how shield works.
Major spell.
Oh, yeah, you're one to say that.
She
and
couldn't
then,
read, so she opted for fireball. She opted for the nuclear bomb.
get out of my
And
house!
the only fireball I ever known that has been done point blank.
Intentionally.
You know, I'm just glad this party isn't higher level because if you misread a higher level spell,
Oh, you get fucked. Yeah.
you fuck the entire city up.
Yeah. Well, that fucked Edric up. He was down. The 2 women were down, I think, as well.
Mhm.
It was just Nurse. Or no, you had to take Kendra down.
Kendra was still up. Yep,
Oh,
but not for long.
You
not
did
for-
take her down. Then she rolled a 20 on her
on her death save.
Yeah, I don't know that because I jumped out the window.
Yep.
You did jump out of the window, and I think Jarek was the one that saw her.
Jarek ran back upstairs, or ran upstairs rather.
Yeah.
Ran upstairs, not back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Broke the door in with the help of the guy from outside,
Some random
Mhm.
the passerby.
and then decided and couldn't quite see Edric, but realized, well, shit, if Edric's in there, fuck this, we gotta go. Kendra was getting up. White fired the entire room because, Fireball and Fireball's little brother, Overkill,
Well,
Didn't kill Edric.
did not kill Edric.
just made him lose a couple of death saves.
Just.
And while the idiot, also known as the Good Samaritan, was trying to pull Kendra out, he set both of them on fire.
Yep.
And then Edric died.
And then we lost.
And threw
him.
Marta out the window.
Yeah, I don't know what the idea behind that was, but okay.
Nerves went out the window.
Yep.
It was corpse delivery.
Oh, it's a nurse.
Oh. Mm.
Nurse was at the front door by then.
Yeah,
That
but
was
Jarek
already up
didn't
front.
know.
Yeah.
Jarek didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Shooting people, if I believe.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
shooting random people in the fucking street.
Well, not random people. It was the one other person.
On the bright side, Marta was very on fire.
And failed a death saving throw from falling too. So
Well, two
Yeah,
from falling.
Yeah, 2 from falling and 2 from fire. She was dead either
She was
way.
dead.
dead.
Yep.
Not to mention she was going to keep taking damage until someone put her out or until she burned to ashes.
At least we confirmed the kill.
Yeah, no. Everybody there except for the Good Samaritan had a confirmed kill.
And the person in the street.
Yeah, but the house
Oh,
was
yeah.
on fire. He probably died.
Probably.
Probably.
At which point, Jarek grabbed up Sika, who was having a panic, and cloaked her out of the house.
Yeah.
Because the options were that or leave her at the scene of a crime where she'd likely be implicated, where she was panicking and having a breakdown about murder and fire.
Now that I think of it, poor little Sika, like, what the fuck?
Man, I thought that at first, but then I was like, fuck that. No, she follows Shar. She did this to herself. It was inevitable.
Everybody's
Yep.
got to learn sometime.
The only things Sika has killed are things that have already been dead before.
And animals.
We're gonna change that. Don't you worry, Sika.
Yes, yes. I'm aware.
Well, she didn't kill anybody, did she?
No.
And that was it
And
for
now
Marta
we're-
Hernandez and for Edric.
Edric. R.I.P. Edric.
R.I.P. Edric.
Yeah, also, Jarek also took Edric's holy
Arm.
symbol and his arm.
You could have taken a diamond worth 300 gold pieces,
He looked for the loot. He couldn't find it.
a plus
Room's
one
on
shield,
fire.
a plus one
yeah.
shield,
Yeah, he looked for the loot. He couldn't find it. Like,
a long sword with a Ruby of the War Mage attached.
or he could have taken a Sika.
What does Ruby of the War Mage do?
Allows
And it's
casting
like
of
It's a
a-
weapon
spellcasting focus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that allows you to put it on a weapon and use the weapon as a spellcasting focus.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
it's pretty dope.
And a couple hundred worth of gold, I think.
200 more now.
Yeah.
Jarek looked for it. He didn't have the time to stay.
Yep.
He chose
So-
to save a Sika.
The fireball kind of threw stuff around the room.
Mm.
As,
Mostly Edric's dignity.
explosions do. Yeah. And
As
that,
you would expect.
that catches us up, folks.
No, you're forgetting the most important event in the entire campaign.
What?
Really.
After spending some time at Itman's place, worrying about life and accidentally revealing to Sika that they are vampires, Nurse decided to embark on an adventure by himself
Well,
to get
Yeah.
a carriage, a coach, and horses. And
Yeah.
this is the single most important thing that has happened in the entire campaign. because the accents were great. I loved them.
So, in reference to being cut up, anything after, well, even including the fight, has been recorded is on
Yes.
YouTube.
Basically, yeah.
But so what you're saying, Edric, is keep up the Southern Hickorbilly draw.
I'm
Forrest
doing
is
the
saying
Russian.
no.
I'm doing the Russian one now, so you can
What
do
are you
whatever
doing
the
here?
fuck you want.
Rocks
You don't tell
fall,
me.
nose dies.
What in the fuck? This is bullshit. You cannot be mad at me.
It is a sickness and it is deviant.
Yeah. So for those of you watching the stream, I'm going to stop streaming for a few seconds here, just to break up the. Actually, I don't even have to stop streaming. I can just stop recording and restart.